Hello, hello, hello. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, the voice should be fine. Yeah, so yes, welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome back to Rocket Gyan, my fellow space tubers. And today we are back here again with another launch, and this time it is going to the moon, and that too from China. So, what it is all about, what this mission is going to look like, and on which rocket, from where is it launching from, we'll cover everything. So, you don't have to worry about it. I hope the sound is clear now. Yep. Okay. 5 or 5. Great. Cool. Awesome. So yeah. So we are right now T minus 37 minutes from the launch, and I will move on to the actual streaming. So don't worry about it. So hi Jessica. Hi Bob, Steven. We have Princess Kitty and Eric Thompson. Well, and Mr. Mulet also. All right. Hey Kevin. So I'll switch over. I hope you will like the stream, because I have done a lot of research on what this mission will be all about. So just give me a second. I will move to that. Yes. Okay. All righty. Hey, cool. So this is the rocket which is going to launch today. We will have. I'll just go over the overview of today's launch, and after that, we will work on. Just a second. Yeah. So I'll just give you an overview of the launch, what this mission is all about, everything, and after that we'll witness the live view of the rocket. So don't worry about it. So this is the CZ-8, which is nothing but the Long March 8, and to be honest, this is, yes, the rocket which you are looking at right now is going to be the SpaceX of China, because this is going to be a reusable rocket in future. Right now it is not, they are not reusing it, but yes, this is going to be a rocket which is going to be reused in the future. And this is a Long March 8 rocket. The interesting thing about this rocket is that the Long March 8 uses the first stage of the Long March 7 rocket and the upper stage of the Long March 3A series. So what this series and everything is all about, what this Chinese people are up to, right? What is the rockets and what all things which they have. Let's look at their rocket series right now. We'll talk about this also, but let's look at the rocket series right now. Oopsie doopsie. Okay. Yeah. Here you go. So we have these rockets in which they have. So we have CZ-7, CZ-8. This is what is going to be launched today. CZ-3B, we have the Long March 5. CZ is nothing but the, you can say Long March only. It's the Chinese version translation of Long March. And this is the main rocket which we should all be looking at, the CZ-9 or the Long March 9, which is going to be their moon rocket. And yes, it is under development. Everything is the development is going as per the plan. Everything is going great. So today, but and this was their Mars rocket and the space station rocket, the Long March 5. Today they are launching the Long March 8 rocket. This is a newer rocket in comparison to the other one. Here you can see it, as I said, it uses the Long March 7 core stage, which you can see here. The Long March 7 has 2 engines, and this is also has 2 engines in the same configuration here. I think you are unable to see it, right? Just a second. Yeah, I hope you are able to see it now. Yeah. So this is the Long March 8 7 8 rocket which we are talking about. So it has one core stage, 2 boosters. It has a capacity of 4 around 4.5 tons to sun synchronous orbit, 7.6 tons to low earth orbit, and GTO 2.5 tons, as you can see. And the first stage is powered by I think the data is old. They have upgraded their launch capacity, so it's around 5 tons to 7 sun synchronous orbit, 8.1 tons to low Earth orbit, and 2.8 tons to the geosynchronous transfer orbit. So that is the the overview, and it uses K2 booster, which is the on the booster stage, which is powered by one YF100 engine. Again, this is a liquid powered engine. It has a thrust of around 1200 kilonewtons, and then we have the core stage, the middle stage, which is powered by two YF100 engine, again the same engines, and it runs on RP100 and LOX as its fuels. It has a thrust of 2400 kilonewtons of thrust, and yes, this engine runs on stage combustion cycle. So the basically the the fuel is burned in stages, and then it is finally fed to the combustion chamber. Then the second stage, it is powered by two YF75 engines. This is a different one. This is not RP1 LOX engine, but a Hydrolox engine, which makes sense, to be honest, because Hydrolox engine has a very high ISP, and which really helps when it comes to upper stages. So that is there. Okay, so yeah, this is like the rocket, and this is going to be a reusable rocket. But before that, this is kind of a I found one image about of this rocket, from the internet. This is a paper model actually, and one thing which you have to notice is that the engines are slightly tilted. The reason is that it uses there is a mobile launch pad, the MLP. It utilizes the same MLP as from the CZ7, which is the Long March 7. So that's why it has that 45-degree yaw. In the this image also, you can see it's not actually at, what should I say, horizontal, right? It has some inclination, some angle is there. So 45-degree yaw, you can say, it's there because of the CZ7 it supports. CZ7 has this yaw, and it's used the same the launching pad, and it's using that. Just a second, guys. I'll give you a uh, I'll give you what is happening over here. So there are some live views of the rocket also. So I'll just switch over to that once. Here you go. Right now you can see we are having the venting is going on. So what they do is they have a very different mechanism on this. I'll switch over to that thing. Don't worry, guys. I'll just I'm making sure you know what is happening in this thing also, right? So we have this just a second. Okay. Yeah. So we have this, as you saw that some vents are going on, right? The venting was going on. So cryo fuel is there, RP1 and LOX is there. But the interesting thing about this launcher and many of the Chinese launcher is that they actually fill the fuel tank way before, okay, this is something, way before the actual launch. So T-2 hours, T-1 hours, they fill the fuel tank fully, and then they just top it off. So that's how it works. Okay. And yeah, so I'll just now will move to this, and I'll complete it quickly, so that we'll just have, we are around to T-28 minutes from the launch, and yeah, I'll move over to that. Here you can see some more pieces. So you can see the booster stages, the second stage, and the firing. So this is how the rocket configuration looks like. And yes, as I was talking about this, so this is supposed to be reusable rockets in future. So this is how it will look like. So literally the boosters along with the core stage is going to be landing on the um, drone ship. That's what they are aiming for. So this whole configuration with grid fins, the core stage, and these two boosters, this is going to be landing in the ocean only, and they will be recovering that. So that is what their plan is. Right now for today's launch they are not recovering it, but in future the Long March 8 is going to be in the recoverable class rocket. Yes, comms relay and ranging test stuff. Yep, we'll talk about all that, so don't worry about it. I'm now moving on to the payload only. So this is the payload. So now if any people who are watching it from China, please uh, pardon me for all the pronunciations I'm going to do, all the murder I'm going to do of the pronunciation. So this is the Queqiao-2 satellite, or QQ2 as in short, and this is a Chinese relay satellite mission which will going to support Chang'e 6, 7 and 8 lunar landing missions. And this is the Chang'e 6, 7 and 8 are mostly focused on the sample return only. Chang'e 6 is going to be launched in this year hopefully, and they are aiming for a sample return mission from the far side of the moon. How cool is that? They have already done a proper sample return mission from the using the Chang'e 5 on the near side of the moon, but now they are aiming for the far side of the moon, and it is a larger satellite than QQ1, around 1200 kilograms of it's the weight. This is basically a relay satellite. And what are the characteristics of it? It's a 4.2 meter dish antenna. Here you can see it has a mission life of 8 years around there, and it will be deployed in a frozen orbit. So what is a frozen orbit, you ask? Okay, yeah. What is a frozen orbit, you asked? Well, it is something called just a second. So it is that um, orbit in which the perturbations or the disturbances, I would say, are almost zero. So it's a more of a stable orbit, and that orbit which they are aiming for is around 500 some 500 into 7,000 kilometers or something. So it's not a halo orbit which is going to be launched. So that is that. There is two more satellites which are launching, which is this one, the Tiandu-1 and 2. So these are two lunar navigation and communication test satellite. So this is how it will look like when, if they are not, before they are separated. So they will test the lunar formation, which is nothing but a constellation. So what they are aiming to do with this satellite in the lunar orbit is that they are aiming to verify communication technologies while flying in formation in lunar orbit, which is kind of constellation. They will test the satellite to ground laser ranging as well as intersatellite microwave ranging techniques, which will be tested on this one. And basically it is the they are launching this satellite to understand how the dynamics of the relay satellite, the constellation which they will be making in future to support all the newer or the future missions going to the moon. So they want to understand how that constellation and everything works. So that's why they are launching these two satellites. These basically one is 15 kilograms, the other one is 60 kilograms, and they both, the Tiandu is named after the Tiandu peak in the Huangshan mountain in Anhui province, which is implying that the country's deep space exploration business is rooted in the Zhuanghui land. I'm so much and is constantly moving towards higher and further deep space. So some significance on that. So they will be aiming for high precision orbit determination of the lunar orbit, which will provide design reference for the demonstration and implementation of Queqiao remote constellation or Tong Dao remote constellation system in the future. Oh my God. Just pardon me for all the mistakes I have made. But um, in summary, this is all we have. So basically, they will be aiming for the lunar constellation, which I will be talking about. So this is the technology demonstration mission, which is they are going to do in that. So mission objectives: to provide relay support for future lunar missions. This is the main satellite which is launching today, the Queqiao-2. So 6, 7, and 8. 6 is going to be launched 24 in this year, then 26, 28. They are already way ahead in terms of plans of the lunar exploration and all. US and every other country is way behind. They just don't understand it. So this is all the parameters we have. So around the mass will be around 1200 kilograms. Elliptical frozen orbit, which is, I'll let you know the dimensions of it, but it's around 7,500 to 500 kilometers, something like that, in 54 degrees inclination. It has a 3-axis stabilized control propulsion system. You can see it has 6 hydrogen propulsion system. Power, it has 2 solar powers for that. The main thing which you need to look for this is that it has 2 radio frequencies band, the UHF and Ka band, and it has these speeds capabilities from this satellite to any other probe. It has these modes: 125, 500, 1000 bits per second, which is very less actually. Then we have from probe to this satellite will be around 550 kilobits per second from via omnidirectional. If it is a directional antenna, then 5 megabits per second. From this satellites to the Earth station via S-band link will be 136 megabits per second, and via Ka-band links from this satellites to Earth station will be 10, 50, 100, 300, 500 megabits per second. So most usable or most high speed will be this only. The other ones are still on the lower end. But yeah, this is how the internet works in in the lunar orbit. It's not that high. It's not that what should I say? The speed is not that high. So it has a relay antenna, 4.2 meter deployable. The design lifetime of is around more than 8 years. All right. So it is based on CAST 2000 bus. Here you can see the payload. So it has some scientific instruments also. It is will be used for relay communications, and it has antenna, and obviously all those things which are supported, which are needed to function in the lunar orbit. So all things are there. So yes, it has a 4.2 millimeter parabolic antenna. You can see it does not have any tracking mechanism. This you need to see. All the pointing and all the orientation is controlled by its own guidance and navigation control system, which is something to look forward to, because most of the satellites had their star trackers and all enabled, but we don't have anything here. So I am interested to see how will they they have already figured it out, but how they actually do it, I will definitely read about it. But yes, it has all these things. Then we have the flight profile. So this is the flight profile for today. So the launching will happen after the separation from the CZ8, which is the Long March 8. The solar array will be deployed. After that, the antenna will be deployed. Finally the mid course correction will be there. So here you can see it's not doing that utilizing that O-berth effect, right? Home and transfer, or it's doing the home and transfer. It's not going round and round around the earth and then launching to the moon. It's directly going to the moon, and it will do the standard going to the moon burns, the mid course correction, and then we have the peri-moon braking burn. So first of all, it will be captured in this orbit, then we'll have a mission orbit of 24-hour period or 12-hour period accordingly to the mission. So it has 2 modes or 2 mission modes, you can say, a 24-hour period or 12-hour period. And if according to the missions, both these orbits will be utilized. So elliptical orbit, and there is another relay satellite already in Lagrange 2. Yes, it is the, since you can see, right, it's a QQ2 satellite, and there is a QQ1 satellite already in L2 point, and it was used to support the Chang'e 4 mission, which landed on the far side of the moon, and it had a rover and lander, and it worked perfectly fine. So yes, you are right about it, Eric. uh, okay, so yes, so in order to achieve, why this orbit was selected, in order to achieve better visibility with probe operating at the south pole region of the moon, the inclined and the elliptical orbit with frozen characteristics was selected. So talking about this frozen characteristics, right? So basically what happens is, like uh, NASA, for the lunar gateway, they also have one orbit which is not halo orbit or Lagrange orbit, but it's kind of a frozen orbit. And it is basically, what happens in that frozen orbit is it's relatively stable, and that orbit, NASA has actually patented it, so nobody else can use it other than NASA. And for China to be able to, do certain kind of relay um, observations in a orbit which has similar characteristics, they had to find a new orbit which is can be used for that purposes, and they literally did that. So there was they found out this orbit. It's not exactly polar orbit, it's 54-degree inclination. NASA's that lunar gateway orbit is a polar orbit, but again it will be able to support that lunar infrastructure at south pole. So, and even on the equator and also, yeah, so there's that. Then it's not just a, as I said, it was not just a relay communication satellite, it has a scientific instruments also. So it will have that extreme ultraviolet camera, which hopefully it will be observing the sun from there. It has this array neutral atom imager, which is nothing but this instrument is going to find the neutrons which are there in space, and by finding those neutrons, we are actually able to identify how those neutrons are interacting with the planetary body or the celestial body. In this case, it will be the moon. Then we have the Earth Moon Long Baseline VLBI system, which is again kind of VLBI is very long baseline. Something is there. That's the full form of that. And what it does is that okay, you are unable to see it, right? Yeah, I hope you are able to see it now. Yeah, so what it does is basically that you are actually having telescopes on various locations on Earth, and you have a you kind of connect all of them together to have a virtual telescope, right? So kind of that, but on the moon and Earth system, not only on the Earth. So it will be, what it will do is it will try to observe the radiations bounce back from the moon to the Earth, and it will try to study that. The people here on Earth will try to study that, and obviously it's needed to have precise orbital determination of the moon and various other things. So the laser retro reflector, which Apollo people left, and Chandrayaan 3 also had, and other lunar missions have, that has certain role here. So there you go. Now yes, so it has the enhanced relay capacity. Should I decrease my size? I should, right? Just give me a second. I hope you are able to see it now. Yeah, so it has a more than 8 years of life, and based on the flexible and extensible system architecture, it can provide support for other lunar missions also. So there's that. Okay, I'll just, and this is what I was talking about. So they are aiming for the constellation. So before 2030 they have the phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. That's it. We are t-minus 13 minutes from the launch, so I'll just complete this and all. So this is the complete roadmap of China's lunar and deep space exploration. So they are aiming for the QQ2 mission today, and then we have Chang'e 6, Chang'e 7, Chang'e 8. Then we have Tianwen 2 mission for the asteroid sample return, Tianwen 3 for Mars sample return, Tianwen 4 for Jupiter interplanetary exploration. So all these things are there, and yeah, so we are having all these things looking, everything is looking good. Yes, it's launching today. I think you are unable to see it properly, right? Let me switch over to the another live stream which is having good views so that you are able to see it. Yeah, this is better. Give me a second. Okay, credit goes to the space lens. I will just get that running. For providing this live stream. So, again, yep. So T minus 11 minutes from the launch, everything is looking good. You can see the vents and everything right now here. And the satellite is sitting on the in the fairing. The weather is looking good right now. We are on track for the 11-minute launch, and yeah, we are looking good. So guys, if you liked what I just uh, explained you with all those things about this launch, about what this mission is all about, and the rocket and everything, so you can just hit that subscribe button or give this stream a like. It would mean a lot if you can become a member also of this channel, because I only stream on this channel with the all those live launches that happens all over the world. And I also have some space science related videos, but mostly I stream, so my revenue and all does not come at all with the ads and those things. It's very minimal incomes in terms of live streaming. So shout out to members who support me so that I am able to do all this. So if you want, you can become a member. And yeah, so right now T minus under 10 minutes from the launch, we right now all the that mobile launch pad, um, the what is that, the sections have opened up. It was not opened before, but now it has opened up. Things are looking good. uh, I'll just verify from my sources whether we are looking on track for the launch or not. Yes, we are looking good. Under T minus 8 9 minutes or something, we should be having a launch for this thing. Hey, all right. So guys, uh, yes, people who are joining in from China, they know about all this, right? We all this These are all fan streams, guys. There is no official live stream which is going in from the Chinese space agency itself. So it's the kind of difficult to get all those things running. So total respect to these guys, who are streaming over there in their version of YouTube, the Weibo. So Vivo is, I think, the Twitter, but Bilibili is the YouTube, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, it's kind of difficult to get a hold of all these live streams, but I'm able to, because there are so many live streams which are just, you know, scattered all over the Chinese internet. So I just need to grab all those proper working websites and present it to you. I hope you like it. So if you have and just guys, Hola from Texas, great. Keep hello from Spain. So people are joining in from Spain, from Texas, from US, from China, from India. So we have a diverse crowd over here, right? Just type in the chat, guys, where you from. We'll see who all um, who all are watching today's launch to the moon. So if you are just joining in, guys, let me just recap what is happening. So we are right now T-minus 7 minutes from the launch. Things are looking great. And we are looking at the Long March 8 rocket, which is going to be the China SpaceX Falcon 9 kind of, because it will be having a recoverable first stage. And it is today launching three satellites, the QQ2 and Tiandu-1 and 2, which is going to be serving as relay satellites, the communication satellites, the constellation testers, so many things, as well as the scientific instruments are also there. It's going to the moon only. Today in the orbit, nothing is going to land. It's going to the moon because it's going to support the further lunar landing missions. So yes, so we have people from joining in from Canada. Oh, nice. From Colombia, Chile. So we have full international audience joining in Germany, US, Colombia, Singapore. Oh my God. Midwest US also. Fractured Gamer. Awesome. New York. NASA or China? I'm to be honest, I'm betting my bets on China. I mean, I know how quickly US is going on the lunar exploration front, but China is way ahead right now, way ahead right now in terms of lunar exploration. They've already demonstrated the lunar sample return mission. They have already demonstrated the landing on the far side of the moon. Now today also, I mean, they are sending the relay satellites. They are already preparing for the lunar base on the South Pole. So, and US and any other country is not even close. We don't even have we landed, right? The US landed on the moon, but you know how it landed, right? So US has to buckle up if they have to compete with them. Literally, that is what is happening today. US, okay. UK gateway. Hey Jacob, after a long time, huh? Jessica also, I recognize you from the previous stream. TikTok has the stream. Oh, 120k people are, see how crazy craze is there for the all the rocket launches and the space. You know, in China the space flight community is so good, literally so good. It's like USA, wherein all the technicalities and all those things are covered and discussed in space, as well as people are so excited whenever a launch happens to the moon, or some, you know, a launch, whenever a launch happened, that's it. It does not even have to go to the moon. So people are so excited, so much. They just want to listen to all those you know, coverages. They want to see all those launches, but unfortunately China does not stream all those launches. And China has a very good launch cadence. Almost every month they launch 2 to 3 launches, which is, you know, out of this world. To be honest, SpaceX is only doing that from the US. So China has its own space station. They landed on the first try. I would argue that was their first try only on the Mars with the Okay. With their okay, launch is imminent now, guys, because the topping off has closed. You can't see the pressure. The tanks are now being pressured. You can't see that venting happened, so the valves have been closed. So the launch can happen anytime now. Although we are T minus 3 minutes from the launch. Why am I saying it can happen anytime? Because the Chinese government, the CNSA, the Chinese Space Agency, have not released any official timings of the launch. Only from the notams that have been released, we are able to figure out, okay, this might have been this could have been the launch timing. So now, since you can't see the venting, that means the launch is imminent. Although from the NOTAM's perspective, we are around T minus 2 minutes 30 seconds from the launch. So guys, it's going to the moon from the China, and China has officially stepped in, and they are continuously going in for the base, and they are right now way ahead from anyone else. So I'm hopeful people from the other countries will be able to catch up with that. But yeah, hello from Trinidad also. Oh my god, we are having so diverse population audience right now. Awesome. So guys, give your best wishes for the launch by hitting the like button. And ultimately, why am I saying this? I know you might hate China and all those things, but why am I saying this? Because ultimately, no matter what happens, it will help humanity on Earth only. So space exploration, space is one thing where any research which is made will be made public. That's how it works, and it will eventually trickle down to your bases somehow, your phones or your some lives. And you can see those clamps moving out, which means those clamps are basically, guys, it's the launch is imminent. T minus 1 minute from the launch. Those clamps had all the electrical and the fuel lines, so that is gone now. That means we are going in for the launch. The range is looking good, obviously, and we are just waiting for the launch to happen. The weather should be all right. Let's see, guys. Okay, what happened? Okay, you can see in the this one here, somehow that stream got cut. But yeah, this is something which happens in China, so you don't have to worry about it. Let me just try to zoom it maybe. So T minus 20 seconds remaining. I don't know why this happened, man. T minus 20 seconds. T minus launch is imminent. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it should. Okay. Let me see if I can get a better stream from somewhere else. Or actually, guys, this happens in China. They just cut the stream. They don't allow these streams to go on. Let me check whether. Oh, there you go, guys. There you go. The launch has happened. Although the sound was not there, the launch has happened. The Long March 8 has gone to the skies, and it is awesome. It was very smooth, right? Although there was, I tried to just, I know that's my mistake. I did not switch over to the other stream very quickly, but yes, this is how it was. You heard that sound and everything, right? You will hopefully we will see if we can get the replay also. But yes, this has gone. Now what will happen is, so this the flight profile will look like this. So there are two YF-100 engines which are running on the core stage. The booster stage has two more, and yeah. I'll try to. Hopefully these guys will only replay it properly. So although the weather was not that good, so the visibility was a bit poor, but the launch has happened. It has gone to the moon. We will soon hear from the official people if the launch was successful or not. They don't want the first few seconds recorded. Actually, no, I think they switched over to another cam or something. Don't, yeah, so don't worry guys, if you are just joining and you don't know me, that we'll do this thing, we'll go on Twitter, we'll try to find some good videos and play that. So we'll do that right now, because someone might have recorded it, right? There you go. See, this was the thing. They were recording the blackishness and all those things were there because they were trying to expose their camera to record these flames and all. Where is the video? Where is the video? Where is the video? Someone might have captured it. So the launch did happen. Okay. So the launch did happen, and it is on to the moon now. So now what will happen is it will deploy all those satellites, the Queqiao-2 and the other one, the Tiandu-1 and 2, both will be deployed in the on the lunar orbit, and they will help in the communication, the relay satellites and all those things. So they are preparing for future. You can see the Chang'e 6 mission which is going to be launched in this year. So it's this mission is kind of critical to that mission itself. So how do you feel about it's not actually, to be honest, it's their talent. Okay, if they are able to replicate the things, it's their talent. It's very hard to reverse engineer a thing when you don't have the blueprints. So that is the thing. And guys, we'll also have, let me check, Volops launch is going to happen very soon too. Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow, this Volops launch is going to happen. So hopefully I'll see if I can stream that. But yeah, there's that. Tomorrow is the Volops launch. Today this thing happened. I think no one recorded it, huh? No one recorded it. The videos just went like that. Nope, nothing. And this broadcast can't go, I can't just go behind this broadcast. It's not like work like that. Does not work like that. So yeah, although I'll try to find it. If you have recorded, guys, you can tag me on Twitter at the rocket gun. We'll see how it looked like. Nope, nope. All right, nothing is there. We are just waiting for the official news though. Do we have it from here? Uh, nah, nobody clipped it, huh? Okay. So, if you have anything, guys, you can ask me. Otherwise, we are just waiting for the success confirmation. So people are here. So this happens every time. Although it's very less, and on my channel, because this hate thing and all those things, people who are the audience of my channel, they understand that on this channel we just talk about space flight, because we just love space flight, and we are the space fans here. So we don't get into all those geopolitics and all those things. So and because of that, I am really proud to say that my audience is understanding and they don't indulge in all these things. So that's why on this channel you won't find that level of these things, but still there would be some people, so just ignore them, and that's it. It's The space is all about when you go into space, it's all the boundaries and everything just vanish, right? There is a reason for that. If you will just go in space and see the earth from space, right, you will experience something which has a scientific term also, which is known as overview effect, which all the astronauts experience, in which they get to know and they get to feel that how small is their world and how delicate is our mother earth, and we need to protect it rather than just indulging in wars and all. So uh, this is something which is, no matter which country does it, it will ultimately help humanity only. Because of China, you can hate on China, you can do all those things, but let me tell you, just because of China right now, US is interested in going back to the moon. That is the main reason, right? Otherwise it would have been slowly, till 50 years, 50 odd years, we did not go back to the moon. Now China is competing, China is going there. So because of that, again, the interest on the moon is rising, and ultimately what is happening, we as humans will be becoming multiplanetary species, because when we are going to the moon, we are ultimately aiming for the Mars. So if we have a base on the moon, that would be our pit stop. There we'll refuel our rockets and then we'll go to the Mars. So all these things will ultimately help us, ultimately help in the development of the technology. So let it be now. Let's just enjoy the space, enjoy the rockets and developments there. Yep. Everyone is, you can see, right, these guys are also just checking all those official channels or their sources to see if the mission was successful or not. This is what we do in Chinese space flight, literally. We just get to see that a moment of the launch. After that, if they're not covering the launch, that's it. They'll just go out, find here and there if there is any sources which have reported that this has been the successful or not. So this is what happens in Chinese launches. So yes, you are in the right place. They do not land these boosters, Steven. That is not the case. They do land it. I mean, they don't uh, what should I say, drop it over the civilization as such. The reason why they do it, because the launch sites are situated in the hilly areas. Okay, literally China has only one launch site which is situated near the coast area, which from where you just saw this launch. This is the situated at, this is actually launched from the Wencheng Island. So this launch site is actually on the island, and because of that they can drop their stages on the ocean, in the ocean. But the other launch sites, they are all situated on the land, on the in the hilly area. So they will have to figure out some way to actually drop those stages safely, right? uh, and because of that they have implemented certain measures also. So obviously all those range data is supplied to the people, so that they can be they can know what is happening, right? And one thing which they were researching on that was to have parachutes on the boosters, so that that is not that that parachute, the spherical one, that's the cylindrical one, or should I say the rectangular one, right? The paragliding one. That parachute, they are actually trying to see if they can deploy that parachute on the booster, so that they can glide the boosters if they are landing on some civilization or something. They can glide that booster to a safe place. So that is all is happening, that is all is going on. So that is the case. Yeah, airfoil, yes, exactly. And ultimately they will move all their launch sites to some sort of islands only. They are planning to build all launch sites near the coast itself. So yeah, that is the case. So I guess that should be it for today. I haven't slept. It's 6:15 a.m. I haven't slept. I had to do the live stream. I was preparing all night. It's very hard to prepare for a Chinese live stream. Because the material which you can get is out of this world. Literally, you have to have certain sources, then only you'll be able to get it properly. Cool. Yes, Eric. Yep. Hainan Island. Yes, exactly. It would be commercial after that. So I guess that should be it for today. If you have any questions, you can ask me. The launch was successful, as you can see. And if you are just joining in and you are wondering what we just witnessed, you can just rewind this stream, go back, understand about all those things which I just talked about, right? And then we can see. All right. Let me check. Let me just once check once whether do we have any official date on it. Uh, 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 uh. I don't think so though. All righty. I don't think so. We have an update yet. So so that should be it, guys, for today. I hope you liked the stream. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope you guys will come back for another. Okay, let me talk about another other launches that is going to happen. The NROL the Wallops launch, the NROL 123 launch is going to happen tomorrow. Then we have the Soyuz MS-25 launching from Baikonur Cosmodrome. Oh, the Dragon CRS-2, March 22. So we have couple. Oh, and yes, how can we forget the NROL 70 mission, the last mission of the Delta 4 Heavy, launching on March 28. How can we miss that, right? Let me check the timings once. We don't have a, we do have a date, we don't have timings right now. So yeah, but on March 28th, the last launch of our beloved heavy metal delta delta uh, for heavy is going to launch, and hopefully for the last time we will be able to see those fireball which it makes, right? So thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks, Mars Endeavor. Starship next IFT4 mission I think is scheduled for May, most probably, if all those FAA clearance and everything is given as per the plans. So, and yes, we are also waiting in for the US the Intuitive Machines Nova C lander to wake up. If that happens, it is supposed to happen by this, I think, April first week, right? But I'm not so hopeful for that, because Chandrayaan 3 was also supposed to happen, but wake up, but it did not. It was not supposed to wake up as such, but uh, we were hoping that it will wake up, but the harsh condition on the lunar south pole does not allow that. But that Japanese, which mission was that? I'm forgetting the name for it, but the Slim Lander, yes, the Slim Lander did wake up after the lunar night, but that was on the it landed on the equatorial region. So there's that. So there we don't have that harsh of conditions, but lunar south pole, yes, we do have a lot of hard conditions. Yes. So cool. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you liked the stream. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And we will meet again with hopefully the Delta 4 Heavy, or before that the some Soyuz missions. I'll see what missions I'll be able to stream. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. It was nice having you all. And until then, this is Priyanshu Rohila. You just saw Rocket Gyan. Stay safe, stay healthy, and bye bye.